How you doing? This is Brother T. If you want to support the channel, we have t-shirts and other merch right there in the description. Just hit the link.
You were a star child, let your light shine for all the world. When you open your mouth to reveal a pearl, let it shine more, just to light the path. If it don't add up, man, just do the math. If it ain't for you, let it pass on through. How you doing? This is Terrion Wilson, aka your boy Brotha T, here with another one. So we like to call this channel T's Life Tree, and on this channel we like to drop little pine cones of wisdom. If you don't know what that is, stick around, stay on the channel, you'll get it. Before we get started, we need you to like and subscribe. All right, like and subscribe. While you're at it, hit that notification bell. Once you hit that bell, make sure it says all notifications or something like that. Now we can get into the episode. Okay, so this episode is entitled "Go Ahead and Piss Them Off." Go ahead, piss them off. Why not? Go ahead, piss them off. We only live once, right? We only live once. What is the matter with you living your truth? All right. If you have not been living your truth, if you've been living a lie, if you've not done the things that you really know in the inside you're supposed to be doing in life, get to that point, get to that purpose, get to that goal so you can get to be the person you're supposed to be in the first place. And one of the ways people stay away from their goal, their purpose, their destiny in life is because they're trying to make other people happy. You get, kids with, that are going to college. Sometimes they take the major that they don't care about because their parents want them to. You get what I'm saying? Instead of doing what they're passionate about. Now, I'm not saying going to a line of work where you're not going to make any money. That's not what I'm saying. But if you can turn your passion into something that you can benefit from monetarily as well, make sure you have a passion about it. Don't go totally into something that you're not passionate about at all. Trust me, it's a trap, because you might get paid, you might have the bag, as they say, right? You might get the bag, whatever. But at the end of the day, at the end of the month, at the end of the year, at the end of your life, you're gonna look back. Maybe you're on your deathbed and you're gonna be talking to the folks gathering around your bed, and you're gonna say, man, if only I would have spent more time with you guys. If only I would have made better connections, right? Wow. Imagine somebody on their deathbed and they say, you know what, all this time, all this life I've lived, everything I've done is culminated into me on this bed now, and I don't have much more time on this earth. If only I would have got $5 more. If only I would have worked a few more hours when I was at work. Nobody says that, do they? That should tell you what's really important in life. That should tell you what's important. So let me tie it into the episode, right? What I'm really trying to say is follow something that's you're passionate about, follow something that you really love, and then make that something that can monetarily take care of you as well. Nothing wrong with that. Don't go down a path just because somebody wants you to. Okay? Now that's the best advice I could give to you. If you don't want to follow that and you go into a craft just because your father was whatever, maybe he was a doctor, so you go into medicine, and you know darn well you don't really want to do that, but you go down because my father was a doctor and my grandfather was a doctor, so I'm supposed to be a doctor too. No, go with your passion. Now, if you forego medical school to become a painter, then I don't know. I don't know if that's your purpose or not. That's different. But definitely go into something that you can actually live off of, something you can make a living from. Don't let anybody tell you what to do. Go ahead and piss them off. Make the decisions for your life to piss them off if you have to, if that means living in your truth. Trust me. So some of the things I want you to do in order to piss people off, to get to who you are truly inside. Here we go. Here's a list of things. The first one, I want you to be confident in yourself. Okay, not only be confident in yourself, but don't be afraid to be yourself. There is a difference being confident in yourself and not being afraid to be yourself. Now, you're going to get people that are not going to like you no matter what. It's a fact of life. Even how likable and lovable your man Brotha T is, I'm even some ways built like a teddy bear. Who doesn't like a teddy bear, right? Some people don't. Some people rip the heads off of teddy bears. So what am I saying? No matter what, somebody's going to not like you. So why not piss them off and be you? What else do you need to do? All right, so what else do you need to do? If being yourself is not good enough for these people, then leave them where they stand. They're not worth the energy, maybe, okay? So if you have to jump through hoops just to appease somebody, if you're not being yourself just to make them happy and make them happy with you, is it worth it? Is it worth the energy? Is it worth the effort? Is it worth not being yourself around somebody? If somebody truly likes you, if somebody's truly your friend, if somebody's truly your husband or wife, if somebody really loves and cares for you, but they don't like the real you, do they really love and care for you? Ask yourself that question. And if the answer is no, you might have to leave them where they stand. That doesn't mean that you don't love them anymore. That doesn't mean that you're not supposed to communicate with them anymore. That doesn't mean you're supposed to, they're dead to you or anything. But at the same time, maybe they aren't just meant to be on this journey with you. The journey of discovery I'm talking about. The journey to becoming who you were destined to be. The journey of the knowledge of self. All right, let's get back into it. I want you to be you. All right? I want you to be you. And do what's in your best interest, no matter if it pisses some of them off. Be who you were supposed to be. If something doesn't serve you, cut it out. Cut it out of your life. Trust me, you'll be, at first you're gonna be like, wow, this is a weird feeling, but you're going to thank me in the end. You're going to thank your man Brotha T. You might come to the channel and say, Brotha T, you saved my life with that. I'm gonna give you that $1 million that you were talking about. I'm just kidding. All right, so here we go. Be you. Do stuff that's in your self-interest. I'll give you an example. I've always been a technical guy. I can put stuff in. I can install anything. In my opinion, I believe I can install anything that's installable, especially if it comes with any kind of directions. I got it. And it's going to be right when I do it. If not, then I'll take it apart and do it again until I get it right. That's just kind of person I've been throughout my time on this earth. Now, with that said, so I used to have these side jobs going on, right? I did telecommunications is my primary 9 to 5, and then I used to take side jobs. So part of my side jobs were putting in cameras, stuff like that, and systems for people. And I really didn't so much care for putting in cameras. I just didn't like it. Like, people didn't realize that it sounds easy. I'm talking about hardwired cameras, right? When you're putting up Wi-Fi cameras and the new cameras like they have now, those are a little bit simplified, a little less, work. But when you're doing wired systems and you have to physically wire the camera, where you put the camera and then run them off to one spot with a DVR, it's a lot of darn work. So your man Brotha T, I just kind of got burnt out on it. So I just said, man, I really don't like this. This is really, it's draining me physically, sometimes mentally, emotionally, because I'd rather be doing something else. I'd rather be sitting on YouTube talking to some people, right? And helping them become better people, or, helping them have an easier time in life. I'd rather be doing that than up here on this pole, right? And, but I was good at it at the same time. When people would call me, even though I didn't like it, and you just heard my passion about not doing it, right? So I would still say yes, because the money was there, because, the opportunities were there to do it and make a couple of dollars and change. And so I would just pick up the phone. I would do it. I would take on the assignments. It would take me all day sometimes to put some of those systems in, and I just did it. And it was almost like it was autopilot. Even though I knew I really didn't like it, I would end up picking up the phone and I would end up saying yes, even if I really didn't want to do it. What am I going at with this? What I'm going, the path I'm going to is I did it. It wasn't in my best self-interest. I was afraid to piss him off. Get it? Pick up the phone. Hey, yo, I got these cameras over here, did you put them in? Well, in my mind, I'm like, heck no, I don't want to put them in. On the phone, I'm like, well, I got this going on. I got that. How many cameras you got? You know what I mean? I'm carrying it on, even though I really don't want to do it. What happens in that situation? And some of you really identify with what I just said because you've done it, or you've done it probably today, right? What was I doing though? What I was doing is just not being me. If I was being me, I would pick up the phone. Hey, yo, I got these camera system. You want to, can you put them in? Oh no, I'm out of that business. I really don't like doing cameras. It's not really that beneficial. Now, I could probably find somebody that can put them in for you. And I apologize, but I just, I can't do it. That's where I should have been with it, right? Because I would have been me. I would have been telling the truth. And I had to get to the point where I started doing that. And I know the people didn't like it, but at the same time, this is my life. So why not do what's best for me? If I have to piss you off, so be it. I'm going to be me. If that's not enough for you, then maybe you aren't ready to be around me. Okay? And I want you to adopt that. Now, don't be mean. Don't be an a-hole or anything. But if it's not serving you, if it's not in your best interest, if it doesn't progress your life in any way, think very hard about whether it should be there. Now, sometimes our relationships with our families, we have to hold those, right? A lot of times you want to have a relationship with your mother, father, your siblings. But do you have to be hanging around them all the time, especially if they're, pulling you back or holding you back from being who you truly are and can be? Okay, if they're trying to run you off your path and your purpose, is it worth just having them there all the time? You can still love them. Move to another state if you can, so in some cases, right? Now, and I'm not saying if you're in a situation where they're taking care of you, then yeah, they're going to have some say in some things, especially if you're under 18, right? So they're going to have some say in this and that. But at the end of the day, when you go off on your own and they're not taking care of you anymore, then that's the point where you have to take control of your life and do what's in the best interest of you. Best interest of your purpose. If your purpose is to be a veterinarian, did I say it right? I don't know. If you were going to be a vet, you just say the easy word, If you're going to be a vet and that's what you choose to do, that's your passion, but your father wanted you to be an optometrist or whatever. Man, you're 18. They're not going to be taking care of you when you go off. You got scholarships, whatever. Be a vet, right? Now, if they're paying for school, then it's some conversations that probably need to be had. Like, hey, Dad, look, this is my passion, boom, 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 boom. And maybe if he's cool enough, it can go there. But I'm not getting into that. That's something you'll have to handle on your own. But the overall premise of sometimes you just have to piss people off to be yourself. Sometimes you have to piss people off for the best interest of you and what you need to do. All that. This is your man, Brotha T, and I enjoy dropping in for this video, family. And if you made it to this point in the video, I just want to let you know that I do not take for granted. The most expensive thing you can ever pay with is your time. It's not money, it's your time. So if you spend time on this channel, especially if you spend significant time on it, I want to give you an extra blessing. Thank you for tuning in. And if I've helped your life in any type of way, that's what I'm here for. You don't owe me anything. Now, if you want to give me stuff, you want to give me money, I'm game. But you don't have to. You can keep coming back, getting this stuff. Actually, the best way you can pay, other than time, right, is to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. buy that merch, buy that stuff in that store, right? Buy Brotha T t-shirt, right? That'll be my payment. Or you can look into some of the products and services that I offer, right? And I do offer something tangible. I do offer stuff that is quality, right? I try to give you a lot of worth in products, services, or even my merch. If you wanna tease like tree t-shirt, go ahead. Right there in the description, you're going to see a little link. Hit the link. You'll see a whole line of clothing. Support that way. That'll be my thank you, right? If I've helped you in any kind of way. This has been your man, Brotha T, and I will check you on the next video, family. Peace.